coconuts, pineapples, lychees, plumeras, waterfalls, and amazing surfing. Not to mention delicious island-grown coffee and a lot of chickens. Did I sell you yet? Kauai is an island where you connect with the present moment, not the net on your phone. Welcome to the Garden State. This is my happy place. Landing in Kauai, I first headed north on 56, which is the main road around the entire island, to Princeville to check into my hotel, which is overlooking Hanalei Bay and the mountains. This is paradise. The next day, I continued to head north on 56, first crossing this historic one-lane bridge and making a detour to Hyena State Park to check out the legendary hippie hangout called Taylor Camp, which opened up as a hideout from the protesting of the Vietnam War. This cult camp, which was started by Elizabeth Taylor's brother Howard on his 7-acre beachfront land, had around 150 people living on it until 1977 when the Kauai authorities burnt it down to make a state park. Link in the show notes to learn more. I then continued the adventure to the end of the road to my favorite beach on the island, Kauai. It is the farthest you can drive on the North Shore, set against the dramatic green Makana Mountains where you can see the Bali High that was the backdrop for the film South Pacific. This golden beach with turquoise water is one of the crown jewels of Kauai, where the last sunset takes place in the US. I also walked down the beach to Tunnels Beach, known by the Hawaiian name Makawa. This stunning part of Hawaii is peaceful, and you can almost always see a Hawaiian monk sleeping on the sand. Now it's time to get back to Hanalei Bay and relax for the rest of the day. This is my favorite area of Kauai with its lush landscape, scenic pier, and calm bay. I had tacos at my favorite food truck, Pat's Taqueria, and relaxed until dinner where I headed to Tahiti Nua, a local hangout. You might also recognize it from the film The Descendants. Nicknamed by Mark Twain over 100 years ago as the Grand Canyon of the Pacific, Waimea Canyon is the Pacific's largest canyon where I am today. This 14-mile-long, mile-wide, and 3,600 feet deep gorge has spectacular scenery difficult to find anywhere on any other Hawaiian island. The canyon's unique texture was carved by rivers and floods thousands of years ago, which flowed from Mount Waialeale's summit, the wettest spot on Earth. The Waimea Canyon Falls are also drawn from different volcanic eruptions. Just a really cool place to check out. Afterwards, I took a hike on the many trails, which I highly recommend. Every hike on Kauai brings a different experience, and you could spend a month on different hikes. In the evening, I headed to Kauai Ono, a farm-to-table experience outside in a tent seating communal style and food cooked in a top-of-the-line food truck. Don't miss this experience. Today is a day of adventure. First, I'm headed to the Princeville Ranch to zipline. This is a really fun experience in a beautiful backdrop. 9 lines of pure thrill, looking around in a jungle below with incredible vegetation. On the longest zip line, you can hit speeds of 35 miles an hour or more. So much fun. Then off to one of my favorite hangouts in Hanalei, Calypso. I love the laid-back vibe here, and you will almost always make a new friend. Afterwards, I stopped by the Wishing Well food truck for some refreshing shaved ice before heading for another adventure to kayak down the Hanalei River. This is such a relaxing, scenic route where you meet paddleboarders, rainbows, and small boats all soaking in the Hawaiian sun. As the evening approached, I headed to another amazing place to eat in Hanalei, Barracuda. With live music and the chill island vibe, this place is where you want to be after a long day of adventure. The next morning, after an energy booster from Kauai Juice and a wake-me-up coffee from Trilogy, I headed to explore the Kilauea Lighthouse, which was built in 1913 as a beacon for traveling ships. The lighthouse is located within the Kilauea Point National Wildlife Refuge, a sanctuary for seabirds. It offers over 200 acres of restored habitat to migratory birds and native plants. In the wintertime, this is also a sanctuary for humpback whales and dolphins. You might also recognize the lighthouse that was briefly showcased in Disney's Lilo and Stitch, the animated feature which was inspired by multiple areas in Kauai. Then it was beach time for the rest of the day before watching another gorgeous Kauai sunset. On my final day, I took a helicopter ride to the northwest of the island to see the beauty of the 17-mile Napali coast from the air. It's known for its towering sea cliffs, narrow valleys, streams, and cascading waterfalls. You can only get to this remote area by air, boat, or hike from the North Shore. This is one of the greatest natural barriers to be found anywhere on Earth. Then, it was one last time back to town for a quick bite at Nourish Hanalei, before relaxing and enjoying one last sunset on this incredible island. I hope you enjoyed this glimpse of Kauai, with mountains so green and waterfalls everywhere, complemented by fields of taro, exotic flowers and plants, peaceful, easy feeling, and rainbows to fulfill every wish I have. Kauai is my favorite Hawaiian island. Time to sip that tropical drink. And remember, make every day count. I'm Nabil Kazi, and this is another vlog of Vagabond Tales.